All right, guys, we're back, and the great Arizona road trip continues. So if you've been following along with us here in Arizona, we started in Tombstone, ended up in Saguaro and Tucson. Right now we're in Sedona, and we're heading north to Williams, Arizona. Why Williams, Arizona, you might ask? Well, we're going to be checking off another national park off of MAKSIM Outdoors list today. We're getting onto a train, the Grand Canyon Railroad, and we'll be heading to the Grand Canyon today. So this is what Sam was looking forward to the most for this trip, and she's pretty excited.
I am very excited. We got an awesome car and seats, which you'll see a little bit in a little bit. The only thing I'm not excited for is Bill, tell them how cold it is at the Grand Canyon today.
Yeah, it's 21 degrees in the Grand Canyon. So basically, like, we started the trip off, it was 75 yesterday, and now we're going up and it's going to be 21 degrees. So it is a bit cold, but right now it's pretty warm here in Ringo the Wrangler.
All right, everybody, stick with us, stay tuned.
And we'll see you probably in Williams.
All right.
Let's go.
Bye. We made it to Williams with a couple minutes to spare. We're boarding the train here at 9:15. It's like 9:10 right now. We're in the very last car, the caboose. It's like the saloon car or something like that. But Sam was telling me each one of these cars cost $1 million whenever they refurbished them. This was originally opened in like the 1880s. The town of Williams was established in 1881, And the first service to the Grand Canyon was 1901, and they used to use this for ore back in the day before they made it a passenger train. So pretty excited. This is gonna be fun. Really excited to get on the train, and really excited to see the Grand Canyon today, even though you have to wear masks.
Yep, part of them.
Hello.
Hi,
you
go
go.
right ahead.
Thank you.
Seat numbers are by the seat cushions.
Closing out the 6.
Yep. So we're putting all the guys in the corner and the ladies on the other side.
Fair enough.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
All right, all aboard the Chief car here on the Grand Canyon Railroad as we depart the depot here in Williams, Arizona. A good look at one of the older steam engines there directly in front of us as we head north to the southern rim of the Grand Canyon. And before we get going here, I just wanted to throw out some random facts in case anybody was curious about some of the history and whatnot of the railroad here. So anyway, if you want to do this ride, you'll have pretty much all year to do it. It's actually open 364 days a year, every day except for Christmas. The train actually moves between 30 and 40 miles per hour on average, and usually the train ride takes about 2 hours and 15 minutes to get from Williams, Arizona, all the way up to the southern rim of the Grand Canyon. 64 miles one way, and the railroad was opened in 1901, eventually closing in 1968 until some investors purchased it and reopened it in 1989. A quick glimpse here at the Chief car here, all the way at the end of the train. We're pretty much the caboose here, but as you can see, plenty of room, some very comfortable couches, and some amazing views of Williams, Arizona, just right outside the train here. As I said before, on average, this trip from Williams, Arizona up to the southern rim of the Grand Canyon takes around 2 hours and 15 minutes. But unfortunately today, that wasn't the case. We had two minor setbacks along the way. At first, we had a brake issue. As you can see here, we were pretty much stopped in the middle of nowhere in central Arizona for about a half an hour. Crews jumped out and worked on the brakes, and we did get moving again, but about a half an hour after this, we were stopped for the second time along the journey. We were informed that the train had some engine issues, so about another half an hour, the crews jumped out and worked on the engine. Eventually, they pulled it off, and we did get moving again and headed north to the Grand Canyon. So two minor setbacks, cut into our time a little bit, but just more champagne for us to drink along the way. After our brake and engine issues were resolved, Michael and I decided we were going to try to head to the front of the train to try and get a peek of the engine. So here's a little tour of the train from caboose to engine. Hope you guys enjoy.
So now we're down here. The next one's pretty cool. It has the observation deck.
Yeah.
Oh, there's trouble right there.
Oh, there they are. You found it, guys. There they are. We will.
Another interesting fact about this railroad is they actually have a steam engine that runs on vegetable oil that they refer to as the French Fry Express. Another kind of interesting fact is on average they say each one of these cars costs around $1 million to refurbish. So keep that in mind as we take you on through this train.
To your tour before you come back to the train and you don't want to carry something around, it's very, very close. About 5 minutes back down to the train depot. And that can give you just enough time after your tour or such to go ahead and pick USA made items. If you want jewelry on the low end to the high end, handmade items and collections and cases, they have it. The Navajo makes some beautiful little tomahawks, those little drums, the pottery, horsehair pottery. They say you have the low end of the pottery.
There we go.
Yeah. How many more cars are out of this? You think? A lot.
There should be about 8 cars.
Park service shuttle buses. Only 2 of them are up and running today. That's going to be your blue line. Out, and you're further to the west, you're doing it on foot or in a personal vehicle. Hi there.
How are you?
Very well, and you?
Good. Thanks. All right, we made it farther than I did. All right. We're going on an adventure here.
That big car is open.
Oh, nice. All right. So I guess this is the cafe car here. Oh, you can actually
Yeah, you should go to the front and see that.
All right, well, we made it to the end of the line here. Can't go any further than this. See, the train's pretty much empty up this way. We were just talking whether, we don't know if it's the weather or COVID, but the train's relatively empty here. See some more of those Arizona views outside here. But yeah, what a trip so far, even though we broke down twice, but good old head on back.
So you made it to the engine.
Okay, so the engine's right here.
That would be the engine now. This is the one they took off,
Okay.
and then that's the car we're in right now.
Oh, nice. So the engine's literally right there.
So the engine's right up front.
Cool.
That's why they don't want you to go that way.
All right. Well, we made it as far as we could go here. So, make the trip back.
Make the trip back.
So this is coach then here?
Yeah, this is all coach.
Okay.
First 2 are coaches.
Make our way back to the chief car. All right, guys, we're about a half an hour away now from arriving at the Grand Canyon. And I tried this a couple times already, but right now we are on the parlor car. This is Chief. I probably said that already, but this car was actually stolen down in Mexico. They lost the car for several years, and eventually it turned up in New Orleans, believe it or not. And eventually the Grand Canyon Railroad got it back under their custody here. So lots of history. This train took soldiers to war, people to baseball games, you name it. But some awesome views of surrounding Arizona here. We're getting more into the foothills here. Climbing elevation. Once we get to the Grand Canyon, we'll be about 7,000 feet. And right now the weather isn't all that bad. It feels actually pretty nice here out in the sun. Definitely warmer than the 21 degrees they were saying was going to be today. So awesome views of the mountains there in the distance as well. So yeah, we're in the parlor car, also known as Chief, at the very end of the train here. So there you have it. Next stop is going to be the Grand Canyon. we made it. A little longer than we thought it was going to be. After 2 breakdowns, a new engine and some new brakes, and countless drinks. But here we are on the south rim of the Grand Canyon. So, well, here we are. Pretty much on the rim of the south rim of the Grand Canyon. Warmed up a little bit. It's a little warmer than we thought it was going to be. What'd you say, 44 degrees?
Yep.
44 degrees, and we're about 7,000 feet of elevation right now. So a little bit of snow on the ground, not much. Might get lucky and see an elk or two. But we're right by El Tovar Hotel here. And let's go check out the Grand Canyon. And there you have it. All right, here is your look here at the south rim. Me and Sam just departed the terrain, and we're looking down on the Bright Angel Trail right now. If you can see that little path that kind of meanders on down, and right over the cliff there, that would be the Colorado River. But after you get off the train, they give you about, what is it, 3.5 hours to explore the rim. Really not enough time to do any hiking or anything, just enough to get a little taste of the Grand Canyon, enough time to get a drink or some food before you depart and head on down back south down to Williams, Arizona. But this day has been incredible. If you ever get the chance to do the Grand Canyon Railroad, I highly recommend it. And everybody that we met today, super friendly. Everything from the bartenders to the I don't even know if you would call them like the actors, like the cowboys and the conductors. Just a gorgeous day, awesome view. You can see Indian Garden there. That's the area in that kind of valley with all the trees. There's a campground down there, and you can see the trailhead, the Bright Angel Trail, goes over the valley there, whatever you want to call it, the gorge, the canyon, and heads down towards Phantom Ranch. And of course, we're looking towards the north rim, which is a couple thousand feet higher and a lot colder than the south rim here. So it's 44 here. We're probably looking at the north rim. It's probably 30, maybe even colder than that over there. It's actually closed for the year, but yeah, Grand Canyon National Park, second national park to check off the list for MAKSIM Outdoors. So let's go. All right, well, our time at the Grand Canyon has ended. Our 4 hours here to kind of get a little taste of the canyon has expired, so we're about to head on down the tracks back onto the Grand Canyon Railroad and hop onto the Chief car and enjoy our 60-mile voyage back to Williams, Arizona. So stay tuned for that. I heard it's a pretty interesting ride back to Williams. Alrighty, our time at the Grand Canyon has ended, and we are back on the train headed for Williams, Arizona. But yeah, back into all the snow, all the pine trees, pinyon pines, ponderosa, you name it. Saw a couple wild horses just a couple minutes ago, but what a day it's been. Action-packed. What else can you ask for? You got to see the Grand Canyon, mile marker 56 right now to 65. So we got another about an hour and a half to get back to Williams, and a really awesome view of one of these bends here. Check that out. That's probably. All right, well, the sun is officially set for the night. Still heading back towards Williams, Arizona, but check out these views here on the prairie plain, or whatever you want to call it here, in the awesome state of Arizona. We're probably about halfway in between Williams and the Grand Canyon right now. You can see some awesome views of Humphreys Peak over there. Snow-capped. Cross Peak in Arizona, and it's starting to get pretty darn cold out here. But yeah, this might be the last look that we have before the sun goes down. But what a day. It's been a blast. Full day experience here. Going across a little cattle guard there. Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If not, I don't know what to tell you.
295, the conductor, you're good to kick your handbrakes off.
Handbrake.
That we're charged.
All right, 110, give me 7.
Come set.
All right, release him.
All right, we're ready. We're highball.
You're going fast.
I'm on touch. Sounds like a fun. You hold on.
Yeah, you gotta hang on. All right. We're gonna take off like a herd of turtles.
Jump out! Jump out! Turn, place both your hands right there. Feet back, spread them! He's done this before.
This ain't going where you think it's going. Come on, get that $4 out.
Are you going to a party? I don't like parties. Right there.
Get him.
Get out of here, you desperado. Not so hard with the arms, JW. We gotta breathe. Taking him to you, gonna hang him, folks. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
See what I mean, sir? I did everywhere, man. I did everywhere, man. Crossed the desert bare. I'm with that mountain there, man. I've had my share. I've been every. Hoo.